ClassJuggler's customer portal provides you with a 100% mobile responsive way for your customers to register online or log into an existing account. In this demo, we'll be using a sample dance studio, but this would work for any type of business: gymnastics, K-12, swim, martial arts, or any other type of class-based business using the ClassJuggler software. Since the customer portal is 100% mobile friendly, you can be sure that your customers will experience professional-looking user interface that works well on any device, from desktop to tablet to the smallest smartphone screen. The screen we're looking at now is where your customers would arrive after clicking a link on your website to register or access their online account. We're going to go through a registration process both as a desktop client as well as someone on a smartphone, so you can see just how easy it is for someone to register as a new customer. A new customer would simply go to the top of the screen where it says New Customer, Register Now, and click that button. That's going to take us right into a step-by-step registration wizard. The registration wizard takes customers through a step-by-step process, breaking up the forms into smaller pieces to make registration easy both on desktop all the way down to the smallest smartphone. Fields are labeled for easy understanding as to what information belongs in each field. And edit checks on each and every screen will ensure that the forms are completed and all the data is provided to you during the registration process. Let's go ahead and complete a sample registration form. Clicking on the next button will take us to the next step in the wizard. Notice the animated error message that appears at the top of the screen. The error message will fade out after a few seconds, leaving behind a highlighted field telling us that we have not provided some of the required information for completing our registration. In this case, because we're in the United States, it's asking us to select a state. Clicking Next will now take us to the next step. Notice how the wizard header changes to show completed information and the current step highlighted in blue. If I wanted to add additional phone numbers, I can just click the expanding accordion area to add up to 2 additional phone numbers. ClassJuggler also does advanced duplicate checking, looking in your current database to help prevent duplicates from occurring from someone who is already registered with you. In this case, it's found multiple fields that are duplicates, letting us know that this customer has already registered. The customer can follow the instructions at the top of this window to try to log in by using the I forgot my password feature, or they can contact you to help locate their existing account. Here we are on step 3 of the registration. Here we can provide secondary contact information if we wish, or we could skip this step and complete this later. And now we're on the last step. We can even gather marketing intelligence about how someone learned about our business. This can all be set up on the administrative side of ClassJuggler. And the next step is to agree to policies that we've configured for our registration. This allows you to do mandatory as well as optional policies where the customer could agree or disagree. Things like a photo waiver is a good example of an optional policy. And once I click Save and Continue, I've now completed the registration process and am dropped onto the welcome page. Now let's take a look at registering on a smartphone, and then we'll revisit the interface on the inside of the customer portal. We're now looking at the registration and the sign-in screen from a smartphone-sized device. This happens to be an iPhone, but it could be an Android or a small tablet. I'm going to just tap on the Register Now, and that'll take me right into the same registration wizard that we saw on the full screen device. you'll notice that the screen has reformatted itself to make it very easy to use on a very small screen device. So again, I would go ahead and complete my registration by filling out all of the appropriate fields. And then when I'm done, I will hit the next button. And now we're on step 2 of the form. Again, everything has reformatted itself nicely to fit. Now we're going to go back and sign in as an existing customer so we can take a look at the inside of the customer portal from one of your customers' perspectives. I have a demo account here that I can use, and we'll go ahead and sign in using that. Just like we saw at the end of the registration process, the customer will be dropped onto your home or welcome page. The text on this page is fully customizable, so you can tell your customers everything that you want to share with them about their experiences here in the portal, as well as latest news and information about your products and services. You'll also notice at the bottom of the welcome screen, you can customize this with all of your social media links and web links. The interface is very easy to use. Along the left side, we have our main menu, which is home or the welcome screen, our family information, including students and customers, all of our billing information, as well as online shopping, plus some quick links to changing passwords, logging back out of the system, or for online help. Across the top, we've got the name of our business, as well as the name of the person who is signed in currently. The customer could also click on this to do some quick actions like changing their password or logging out. And then in the upper right hand of the screen is the collapsible menu button, primarily used when you're on a mobile size screen. Also on every screen, you'll notice along the right side is a blue box showing your balance due, and possibly an additional icon showing a shopping cart with any number of items that are in that cart waiting to be checked out by that customer. Let's take a look at navigating through the system and explore some of the screens. On the family info, when I click on that, that'll expand the menu showing me customers, students, policies, and agreements. The customers menu takes me right to the customer information screen where I can update or change any of my primary contact or secondary contact information. Selecting the Students menu takes me to the student information screens. Here's my selected student. I also have a drop-down where I can select different students in the same family, add a new student, or select different screens of information on the selected student. On each student maintenance page, I have core information, including name, address, birth date, so forth. There's also a tab for alternate address and phone numbers, plus an optional sizes tab for doing things like measurements or uniforms. Selecting a different student to view is simple. I just go to the main menu, click on Select a Student, and choose one of the student's name from the drop-down above. If I want to look at a different screen of information, I go to the Screens drop-down icon. I can click on that, see that I'm currently looking at student maintenance information, and also see their current classes, class history, attendance, and even skills that I'm tracking for this student. And again, these can be customized in your ClassJuggler interface to enable or disable some of these different screens. Adding a new student is simple. Clicking on the Student Plus icon will give me a new blank registration screen for that student. It may also include a registration option that I need to select, and possibly additional policies that apply specifically just to a student. And again, that's all customizable from the ClassJuggler administrative side. The Policies and Agreement menu on the left allows any customer to review policies that they've agreed and acknowledged at any point in time. Let's take a look at our billing main menu. In the billing menu, we have three different screens: the account history screen, make a payment, and manage my payment information. Looking at the account history screen, we can see all of the details for recent activity on our account, including payments, charges, details on charges, as well as refunds and credits to our account. The Manage Payment Information screen allows a customer to set up a credit or debit card on file and even authorize you to use that payment information for doing batch payment collection. The Make a Payment screen couldn't be simpler. Typing an amount or clicking on the Pay My Full Balance and clicking on the Submit a Payment. If they wanted to use a different credit card than the one that's on file, they can just select this Use a Different Card option at the top, which will present a blank form allowing them to fill out a one-time payment using a different credit card or debit card. And then finally, we have our online shopping. Once I select that main menu, I can see there's two different screens: shopping for classes and accessing my existing shopping cart. Let's shop for classes. You can set up any number of class stores, organizing your classes by day of the week, by instructor, by program type, by time, by day, by any other way you want to group your classes. Let's take a look at the All of Our Dance Classes store. In here we have 6 different classes. And the nice thing is, for customers, all of these are live searchable. So I can search by day of the week. I've just typed in Tuesday and it's automatically filtered that listing down to what I'm interested in. Or I could search by instructor's name. Maybe I want to search for any of the classes taught by Little Richard. Getting to the details of a class is simple. All I do is click on the Details button. That'll take me right into any of the class details so that I can see everything about a class as a customer. Here I'm looking at a sample class called Advanced Ballet Techniques. I can see all of the details that you, the administrator, have set up for this class. And then if I'm interested, I can simply choose a student from my list above. In this case, we'll choose Camilla. And some additional information has appeared on this class, such as some mandatory class fees and optional class fees that the customer could choose to add to their order. The customer can also put in any type of message, and that message will be delivered to the administrator upon review of the incoming order. And then when I've done with this particular class, I can add this to my cart, and I get the animated green acknowledgement showing me that it was successfully added to my shopping cart. Now I can continue shopping, or I can go ahead and check out now with my order. If I check out now, it's going to take me to a screen where I can review what's in my shopping cart, make adjustments as necessary, delete classes as I need to, or go ahead and complete the checkout, confirming it. And now it's letting me know that my order is complete, and it's telling me what the next steps are, as well as some additional information and frequently asked questions. Let's take a look at a few of these screens on a smartphone so you can see again how our 100% mobile solution looks good on any screen type regardless of the amount of detail. A good example of this is looking at detailed tables of information. Let's go back and look at the student's class history. We've got this nice table with lots of columns of information. But if I were to look at this on a smartphone, how is this going to come across? Let's take a quick look. So here I'm about to sign back into my sample account using a smartphone. So here we are on the welcome screen. Again, everything has sized itself nicely to work on my small smartphone screen. I can now tap the menu in the upper right, and that's going to open up the animated side menu. And as I mentioned, let's go look at one of our students. We're going to look at our student Ruggie, and we're going to look at his class history. Notice how that table we looked at before that had many columns has now shrunk down to show just the most important columns, the name of the class and the status of that class. If I wanted to see more information, all I have to do is tap on the plus sign on that first column, and I get all of the same details that I would see if I were looking at this on a full-size monitor or on a tablet. Even tipping my phone to the side will reformat my screen automatically, showing even more columns of information. But since some of those columns are still hidden due to the small screen size, I can still tap the plus sign to see which columns are missing, things like the beginning ending date, location, and the instructor's name. As you can see, the customer portal is 100% mobile friendly and adapts itself to any size device smoothly and cleanly. The interface is easy to use and intuitive, giving your business a professional tool to make registration, account management, shopping, and online payments a breeze. For more information, or to enable this feature for your account, contact ClassJuggler at support@classjuggler.com or via our toll-free support number 866-214-6128. Happy juggling!